Have you ever wondered if the supernatural could disrupt your ordinary life? Picture this: a late-night train journey, an event as commonplace as your morning coffee. The scene is set, the familiar hum of the engine, the soft rustling of newspapers, the quiet murmur of conversation, just another night on the rails. Aboard this train, a diverse crowd of passengers, each absorbed in their own world. There's the weary businessman, his shoulders hunched over a stack of papers, the young mother gently rocking her sleeping child, the group of students huddled together, their laughter a soft echo in the carriage. Each person an individual thread woven into the tapestry of this seemingly ordinary night. Yet as each tick of the clock draws us closer to the stroke of midnight, an undercurrent of unease begins to ripple through the carriage. Unseen, unfelt, but undeniably present. But as the clock strikes midnight, the journey takes a turn for the eerie. As the train plunges into the darkness, the unseen becomes seen. The midnight train, a vessel of steel and steam, becomes an echo chamber for the supernatural. The first signs of this otherworldly presence creep in subtly, like a cold draft seeping through a crack in the door. The train's lights, steady and bright, begin to flicker intermittently, casting an eerie dance of shadows across the carriage's interior. Passengers exchange puzzled glances, their faces etched with confusion and a hint of concern. The conductor, a seasoned veteran of the rails, furrows his brow. He's seen power surges before, but this is different. Then the whispers begin, soft, hushed murmurs that seem to float on the air, their source impossible to pinpoint. They rise and fall like the rhythm of the train on the tracks, weaving a ghostly tapestry of sound. Some passengers strain their ears, attempting to make sense of the spectral conversation, while others pull their coats tighter, their eyes wide with unease. But it's the apparitions that truly send a chill down the spine. They start as mere suggestions in the corner of the eye. A fleeting movement, a flash of something indistinct, but soon they become more pronounced. A translucent figure standing in the aisle, an ethereal hand reaching out from a seat, a spectral face reflecting in the window. The passengers' initial reactions are of disbelief, quickly followed by a creeping sense of dread. The once mundane journey has veered sharply into the realm of the uncanny. Passengers huddle together, their laughter and chatter replaced by tense whispers and fearful glances. The train, once a beacon of light hurtling through the night, now feels like a darkened stage set for a spectral performance. Yet as the train races on, the passengers, the conductor, and even the Specter itself seem to understand one thing. This is only the beginning of their spectral odyssey. What if the Specter was not a mere haunt, but a cry for justice? As we delve deeper into the spectral mystery of the midnight train, a tragic tale begins to unfold, a tale of a restless spirit bound by sorrow and a thirst for justice. Imagine a woman once full of life and dreams meeting an untimely end on that very train. This woman, let's call her Jane, was a regular passenger on the late-night route. Her journey home, however, was cut short one fateful night when an unforeseen tragedy took her life, leaving behind only a spectral echo in the shadowy corridors of the midnight train. Her spirit, trapped within the cold metal confines of the carriage, has been crying out for recognition, for someone to uncover her story and bring her justice. Passengers who've encountered this apparition recount their experiences. One woman, her voice trembling as she recalls her experience, tells us, "I felt a cold touch on my shoulder, a woman's voice whispering in my ear. It was a plea for help." Another passenger, a man in his 60s, shares his encounter. "I saw her standing at the end of the carriage, her eyes filled with sadness. It was as if she was trying to tell me something important." These first-hand accounts bring us closer than ever to the heart of the mystery. Each word, each chilling encounter weaves together a tapestry of sorrow and injustice. Jane, the spectral passenger of the midnight train, is not a malevolent spirit, but a lost soul seeking closure, seeking justice. As we piece together the fragments of her life and the circumstances of her death, a horrifying truth emerges. Jane was not a victim of a mere accident. Her life was taken, her dreams shattered, her voice silenced. But her spirit, it seems, refuses to rest. Her spectral presence, the flickering lights, the ghostly whispers, all are desperate attempts to communicate, to reach out from beyond the grave. The Specter on the midnight train is Jane's final plea, her only hope for justice. a horrifying truth emerges from the heart of the spectral fog. What happens when terror meets courage in the cold corridors of a midnight train? In the heart of the night, the train's passengers and crew find themselves united, not by desire, but by necessity. A shared fate binds them together as they muster their courage to stand against the otherworldly entity that has turned their journey into a chilling nightmare. The spectral figure, once a mere whisper in the wind, has become a very tangible terror. A specter that weaves in and out of the shadows with a spine-chilling ease. In the face of such a formidable adversary, fear is replaced with a steely resolve. The passengers and crew, once strangers, now form an unlikely alliance, united by a common goal: to confront the malevolent specter that haunts the train. As the time draws near, their hearts pound in their chests like a drummer's beat, echoing the impending showdown. The confrontation is nothing short of harrowing. It's a dance with the supernatural. A heart-stopping waltz in the dimly lit corridors of the midnight train. Each encounter with the Specter is a brush with the unknown, a chilling reminder of the spectral figure's unyielding presence. The Specter, once a silent observer, now stands at the center of the stage, its wrath palpable in the icy chill that permeates the air. As the confrontation reaches its peak, the Specter's wrath is unleashed with an otherworldly fury. The train, once a symbol of routine and normalcy, is now the battleground for an extraordinary struggle. Yet, amid the terror and chaos, a glimmer of hope shines through. The passengers and crew, their courage unwavering, stand their ground. They know that the Specter's wrath is not born out of malice, but out of a desperate plea for justice. But the Specter's wrath can only be quelled by justice. As dawn breaks, will the midnight train be freed from its supernatural curse? The resolution of our supernatural journey unfolds like a spectral ballet, a dance of shadows and revelations. As the first rays of dawn pierce the darkness, the truth begins to emerge from the spectral fog that has ensnared the midnight train. The passengers, their fear now tempered with resolve, start piecing together the tragic tale that has been haunting their journey. A tale of injustice and sorrow, of a life taken too soon, of a spirit denied its rest. The Specter, once a source of dread, now becomes a symbol of tragic loss. A restless soul trapped in an endless loop of its final moments. It has been crying out for justice, not vengeance. The flickering lights, the chilling apparitions, they were not meant to scare, but to communicate, to tell a story that had been lost in the sands of time. With the truth now unveiled, the passengers become unlikely advocates for their spectral companion. A quest for justice begins, a quest driven by empathy for the Specter that had once driven their fear. The spectral dance continues, weaving through the corridors of power and authority until justice is finally served. The wronged spirit's tale is heard, acknowledged, and rectified. And then, as if a heavy chain has been released, the train seems to breathe a sigh of relief. The eerie whispers fade away, the lights stop flickering, and a serene calm descends upon the midnight train. The spectral passenger, its quest for justice fulfilled, finally finds its long-awaited peace. The train, once a haunted vessel, is now just a train again, its spectral passenger finally freed. In the eerie silence of the dawn, the midnight train rolls on, carrying its passengers towards their destinations, their journey forever marked by their spectral encounter. But the Specter is no more. Its curse lifted, its tale told, its peace found. In the end, even the supernatural seeks what we all do: peace. What remains when the Specter has departed, and the midnight train returns to its mundane journey? The aftermath of such an uncanny experience is like a thick fog that clings to the air, a haunting echo resonating in the minds of those who were part of it. The passengers, once ordinary commuters, now bear the indelible imprint of their brush with the supernatural. For them, the midnight train is no longer just a means of transport, but a theater of the inexplicable. A stage where the Specter danced with the tangible. Every flickering light, every whisper of wind, every creaking door will now stir memories of that spectral encounter. The train too carries on, but with an added layer of mystery, a story to tell, a legend to pass on. The spectral odyssey may have ended, but its echoes continue to reverberate, reminding us of the thin line between the ordinary and the extraordinary. In the realm of the supernatural, even an ordinary train journey can become an unforgettable odyssey.